friends, the burden of guilt is here, and I'm here to tell you without an absolute shadow of a doubt, this thing is in fact worth grinding for. Oh yes indeed. If you're a fusion rifle Freddy or a fusion rifle Rhonda, this is the weapon for you. It is an adaptive frame, and I'm telling you, it's worth the grind. Now, in order to unlock this thing, you do need to rank up in trials. So these weapons unlock the exact same way as the Iron Banner weapons unlock this season. So once you rank up, you can buy one from Saint, and then it will start dropping for you from engrams. You can focus it directly at Saint 14, or it could drop from you from the chest. Now, the Adept version isn't available yet because the Adept reward for some reason this week is the Scout Rifle, not the Fusion or the new sidearm. But I have a feeling that in order to have even the Adept version drop from the chest, you may have to actually unlock the weapon first in the rank up before you can even get it. Although that might not be correct, don't quote me on that, because I don't know how that would work if they make the Adept Fusion drop for the weekend for going flawless, but you don't have it unlocked yet. So I'm not sure about that one. It's kind of weird how that's going to work. So maybe if you don't unlock it, you do a flawless when it's a flawless weapon, it's yours. Who knows? This is the role that I'm working with: elemental capacitor, successful warm-up with projection fuse, small bore, and a stability masterwork. Stability is king on fusions. If you don't know that, stability is king, and we have a lot of it on this fusion because we have elemental capacitor, and obviously we are playing on Sentinel, so it's giving us plus 20 to our stability. And yes, our stability is absolutely amazing. Now, stability is so important for fusions because it tightens the spread of the bolts, and it just makes them overall more consistent. Now, obviously with most weapons, it's really weird, right? Range stat equals more range. In actuality, on fusions, stability equals more range, because the tighter the spread of the bolts and the more consistent the spread of the bolts, the further out you're going to be able to kill people. Little tip, if you don't use fusions very often, always aim lower down. Aim at their legs, aim at their balls or their fanny. Can I say that, or am I going to get demonetized? Shit. Hey, listen, it is what it is. But that's what I'm saying. You need to aim in the nether regions with fusions. And when you do, you will put in a lot of work, and stability is just going to help you. Now, the second perk we have is successful warm-up. This perk increases your charge time by like 20-30% every time you get a kill, and it stacks. It continues to stack up. The more kills you get, the more the timer is added on. I think it's 4 seconds added on per kill. So you can really start chaining successful warm-up. In my opinion, successful warm-up is the best perk they've added to fusions in quite some time. I know you can get it on bows as well, but yeah, successful warm-up has been great on so many fusions recently. The Riptide can get it, the what's it called, the Likely Suspect can get it, and it's obviously absolutely amazing. And this, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I do believe this may be the first adaptive frame fusion with the perk. And of course, it is the first ever adaptive frame fusion in the kinetic slot, being a stasis elemental weapon. That means it also comes with good perks like Harmony. Now, guys, if you are enjoying the video so far, at the end of the video, there's going to be a gunsmith, a D2 gunsmith breakdown, where I show you exactly why this weapon is worth the grind. Because there's a role you can get that allows you to have a stat number that I don't believe has ever existed on a fusion rifle before. That is why you definitely want to grind for this thing, my friends. And at the end of the video, I will be showing you, and you're going to see something pretty cool. Now, also a quick reminder, if you are enjoying my content and you like this type of content, leave a thumbs up. It would really help me out on the algorithm. The algorithm is Jekyll and Hyde for me. My bad juju video did okay, and then the next day I did an Ogma video and it got absolutely trashed by the algorithm. I don't know why. My videos are so up and down, so leaving a like will just go a long way. But going back to the fusion, this combination of elemental capacitor and successful warm-up is so good. Obviously, we only have access to the regular version of the fusion right now, so it's not the best it could be. But even if you were to just get this role and you're playing on Void, man oh man is it nice. Now, if you're not playing on Void, I wouldn't recommend elemental capacitor, because stability is the best stat on fusions, and if you can't add to stability via the perk, it's really not worth it. In that case, there are some other perks that I would recommend, but again, I'm saving that for the end of the video, because right there we're going to go through all the perks, give you some recommendations, and I just want to show you what's possible, because adept weapons really do allow you to do things that other guns can't because of the adept mod and the adept masterwork. What it basically means is you can just push out your stat package to boundaries that regular weapons just can't hit, and this is one of those. It is only a 15 zoom. I did a video on the what's it called, man, oh my god, it's just left my brain, the future war cult fusion rifle that I use, the timeline vertex, that's the one. Now that's also an adaptive in the energy, and that thing has a whopping 21 zoom. For context, that's 6 more zoom than this one. It's at 15 zoom. But I believe that this fusion can really play a different kind of role. For you to get accelerated coils and successful warm-up going, for example, it's not something that you're going to be looking to map someone from 20 meters with, but you're going to be consistently putting them down, you know, in that 15 to 18 sort of meter region. Every single time they will get put down because of how consistent the bolts are. I haven't spoken about the aesthetics on the weapon. I do want to say I do like the look of this weapon. I like the little dial there. It's kind of like reminds me of the wave splitter a little bit, if you guys ever use that. I really like that. And look at this, that's a warm-up. Boom. That is so fast, man. It basically becomes a rapid fire, but with adaptive frame damage. This thing is real good. Do not sleep on it. Even if you don't like fusions, you might enjoy this thing. Oh yeah, I also got the exotic sword the other day. Wow, this thing is absolutely beautiful. I also got the SMG from that dungeon, and boy oh boy am I a fan of that. But going back to this thing, yes, get in there, get a team in trials, or just load in solo, grab some bounties, get some bounties done, get that rank up. You probably need to play, let's say if you play maybe 2 hours of trials every day until Monday, you should hit rank at least. And that's a very generous estimate. Obviously, I hit the rank up in one session. I think I probably played about 5 or 6 hours of trials, but you know, not everybody's going to get it done that quickly. I do agree with, I accept that. You know, some of you guys are slow Simons, you know, but it's definitely worth doing this, man, and getting this weapon unlocked, particularly in this fusion's case, because it's a unique weapon. It's the only adaptive fusion rifle in the game in the kinetic slot. And you can see here we're on d2gunsmith.com and take a look at that stability. I have never seen stability that high on a fusion ever. This thing can get 89 stability masterwork, stability mod, elemental capacitor, particle repeater together, and plus you have alacrity that gives you 20 stability when you're last guardian standing. So what that means is if you're in trials or you're playing rumble and you have this fusion, you will have 100 stability when you're last alive in your fire team, or if you're just playing rumble. It also has stuff like chill clip, you've got perpetual motion, killing wind, high impact reserves, harmony. This thing has a fantastic perk pool for fusions. But I do believe this being the only fusion that I'm aware of that can hit 100 stability to exist in the game means that this is worth the grind. There's absolutely no doubt about it, in my opinion. What do you guys think about my recommended role? This is what I would go with, man. Successful warm-up is too good to turn down in that final slot, although you could go for harmony or high impact reserves or swashbuckler if you fancy it. But yeah, this would be what I go with, man. Just look at that, 89 stability on a fusion, my friends. Worth the grind? I think it is. Guys, drop a like, leave a follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.